everybody, it's Mike. Thanks for joining me on another episode of the Heavy Metal Gardener. So at the last episode, I wasn't sure, at the end of the last episode, I wasn't sure if I was going to keep on going, but I decided, you know what, fuck it, I'm not giving up. To all the people that are, sensitive to the swearing, I'm sorry, I appreciate you watching my video, but I'm not going to do something that I'm not going to try to be someone I'm not. I fucking swear, that's the way it goes. Anyways, check this shit out. My sunflowers are fucking dominating right now. They are getting fucking big. Those are my Titans in the back there. Those are going to be the 12-foot tall bastards. I can't wait for those to come in. But like, these ones I'm calling the Hydras, because there's like fucking dozens of little fucking flowers on that one. This thing is getting eaten alive. I mean, the ants are just farming the aphids, but the aphids might be killing my plant, so I don't know. I don't know if they're actually doing any harm. They don't seem to be, because like the rest of the flowers are all covered in aphids and ants as well. But look at how big this thing is. It can't even hold itself up. Like, it's so fucking huge. Right there. It's fucking massive. And then I'll just stake a couple of these ones. Oh, fuck. Stake a couple of these guys up. One of them is going to seed. I'm going to see if I can eat those fucking sunflowers. Or sunflower seeds. Yeah. So, my Gerber babies, I don't remember what they're actually called. They're Gerberas or something. I thought they were dead. It was just the end of that one flower's life cycle. So they've been blooming again, off and on. And then I've got my mutant fucking marigolds. I don't know if any of you have ever seen a marigold that's 3 feet tall. Well, last year I grew some that were 3 feet fucking tall, and it was crazy. I've never seen it before. But got some zinnia that are blooming. They're really nice. Marigolds, my petunias, these nasturtiums that, again, you can eat these and they're fucking not bad. But they're just going crazy. I planted so many of them and I didn't understand. Sorry guys about the lighting. I didn't know how big they were gonna get, and I planted fucking probably about 100 of them. So this is the shady flower bed where I planted like a good portion of my a good portion of the fucking not sunflower seeds, a good portion of the shady flower seeds, because it's a shady area. This is a north facing wall. So interior BC, beautiful BC, love it here. Isn't it so beautiful right now? That's not cloud, that's smoke. There's been some pretty epic fucking forest fires like 30 kilometers from where I live. And between last week and that fucking, I guess it was almost 2 weeks ago now. But between then, with that heat wave, my petunias are doing just fantastic. Between that heat wave now and the forest fires, like, I lost a lot of fucking plants. Somehow these managed to survive. I got to deadhead a bunch of these. Fucking deadheading is just taking the dead flowers off so that new ones can come in. But they're looking pretty good. And then, okay, so the kids were watching Winnie the Pooh there the other week. And you know how Christopher Robin has his 1,000-acre wood, or 100-acre wood? Well, I've got the 1,000-tomato bush. Like, these are little Napolis. They're starting to ripen. Like, everything is just starting to come in. I'll go on the other side so you guys can see. Try and fucking Operation Save the Haggard tomatoes. They're starting to flower and like starting to produce. Most of them did really well. This one, I don't know what happened with this one, but she's still fighting. But yeah, these are Operation Save the Haggard tomatoes, which I think was like 3 weeks, maybe a month ago. I transplanted and saved them, and well, yeah, they're producing. This thing, I've got to fix it. Okay, so the bush right there, that's what is that, a micro tom. That one's a sweet 100. That one's a little Napoli. That one is a midnight snack. I couldn't remember what the fuck it was called, but they got like really cool purple tomatoes. Sorry guys about the lighting again. They got really cool purple tomatoes, and I couldn't figure out what they were called, but they're called midnight snacks. God damn it. This is another Operation Save the Haggard tomato right here. This is doing really well. Check that out, bell peppers. These are my yellow bells. I've got 1, 2, 3, and like just a fuck ton more flowers coming in. So that's really exciting. This is another pepper plant. This is one I grew from seed. It could be any number of 5 different kinds of peppers, and I don't remember exactly what they are. But that one's getting really big and it's going to start flowering soon. So that's fucking cool. Okay, so what was it, 2 episodes ago we did a eulogy for the ugly stepsister because, well, yeah, she died. That fucking heat wave, like 45 degrees Celsius, I worked it out, it's like 140 degrees Fahrenheit, I think, is too fucking hot for anything. The ugly stepsister, dead. This one, almost fucking dead. Like I looked it over for bugs, like there's no aphids or no bugs on them. Same with this one, or on her. She was a healthy plant. I've been watering every day, fucking fertilizer every 3rd day, you know, and like even my big girl, she's looking a little sad right now. And between the heat and the smoke, a lot of my plants didn't stand a chance. So update, I haven't gotten my gas bombs yet for the assholes in my yard, but like they've destroyed this portion of my yard completely. Like they've expanded, they're even against the house back there now. But those sunflowers, that sunflower is taller than all 3 of the kids all 3 of our kids. So they're getting, that one's pretty big. It should be almost as tall as me in about another month. What else? Oh, fucking pumpkins and watermelons. This is fucking cool. So these things just exploded during the heat wave. They didn't mind it. They didn't mind it. See, okay, so education time. There's 2 kinds of flowers on a pumpkin. This one that's got the thing sticking out, that's the male one. That's like the cock of a fucking pumpkin. And then there's a female version where it looks like a giant pumpkin vagina. It opens up and you can stick that right inside of it. And that's how you help pollinate your pumpkins, because there's like a tiny window. You've got about 2 hours from when the flowers open till they close back up again. And so, you know, they'll open up again the next day until they die or until they get pollinated. But yeah, pumpkin sex. So you stick the pumpkin cock inside the pumpkin badge and you tape it shut, and in about a month you'll have pumpkins. These are my watermelons. Okay, so I've never done watermelons, but they are flowering and they vined. Like, I've been watering them pretty heavy, obviously, because watermelon. Yeah, they're flowering, and I'm not sure exactly how to take care of them. I'm gonna just let them do their thing this year, because, I mean, unless somebody wants to give me a tutorial on fucking watermelons, but like you can train these things too. You can train the vines to go wherever you want them to, and yeah, it's pretty not bad. Okay, so corn, more veg sex. This is the male flower of the corn. And this, everybody knows the silk, that's actually the female. Every one of those silk hairs is going to turn into a kernel, provided it gets pollinated from these. So usually what you do is you just give it a shake. Right now it's, I don't know, these male's flowers have been up for a while. These just sprouted yesterday. I've got like 2 or 3 with silk on them, which is fucking cool. It's about time, thank God. These are my cucumbers that are like growing up the corn stalks. They're starting to flower too. So that's cool. I'm gonna have a bunch of cucumbers. So yeah, corn. Each one of those silk hairs turns into a kernel, and you need all that pollen from the male flower up here to land on all the silk hairs down there. That's why farmers have them so fucking close together. Is to help the wind. The wind just knocks all the pollen off of it. Last year I only had 1 row of like 15, and they were pretty spread apart. And they were, you know, it developed. They had some decent corn cobs, but they were also underdeveloped. There was rows missing, entire rows of corn missing on the inside of the cob. And that's because it didn't get enough pollen. And I learned that after I lost a bunch, because, of course, I don't research my shit before I fucking do it. I have to learn the fucking hard way. Onions are doing good. I planted a row of carrots in here, and I've got like maybe 3 random carrots that grew. I'm not sure why. All my kale is doing really, really good. That's about ready to harvest soon, I think. It turns out I had a spinach planted there that still survived. I didn't realize it, but like, yeah, that heat wave, my Swiss chard is still in there, still growing. That heat wave killed so much though. Like my sun-loving plants, my clematis, that thing's fucking toast. This thing's fucking toast. Well, it's almost toast. There's a little bit of greenery. Oh, it's still growing. Okay, I'm not giving up on you yet. Okay, and then, okay, so my basil, my lettuce. I can't believe that like some of this lettuce survived. Like lettuce is a cool crop. You know, it's not supposed to grow in 45-degree fucking heat. Nothing grows in 45-degree heat. But actually, my peppers. So this is, again, another random pepper that I grew. It could be any number of 5. This one I bought, that's a jalapeno pepper. And look at all the flowers, guys. Like, look at all the flowers and little buds on them. Fuck, it's so cool. My beefsteaks. Okay, so my beefsteaks are starting to, you know, they're starting to ripen on the vine, which is cool. But, like, I don't know what the fuck happened to them. Last year, my beefsteaks were standing as tall as I was. We had 4 or 5 of them, and we got about 40 pounds of tomatoes once all was said and done. These two, I mean, they're still producing. That's my basil. They're still producing, but I stunted their growth somehow. It might have been the heat as well, because like I said, the fucking heat wave, I killed everything. My peas, I'm gonna take those out. I'm gonna redo my peas. I'm gonna take those out. I'm gonna set up a proper trellis, the same one I had last year with that stuff. I used that last year to as a trellis to grow my peas, and they grew fantastic. Nothing fucking buckled on me, and like, it was just awesome. So this is my yellow bell pepper, gold standard bell, gold standard bell pepper, and this one is gonna start producing fairly soon. My lemon boys, I got some nice big fat tomatoes on there coming up. See, look, this is what the beefsteak should have looked like. These, well, I've got 2 over there that I'll show you in a second. Well, this one's a beefsteak too. Okay, so this is a beefsteak tomato, you know, and like, it's producing. I've got like some good tomatoes on here. Okay, red bell pepper. I think that's a red bell. Yeah, that's just a basic red bell. And I've got, oh, sorry guys, I've got a few coming in here. You know, I got 3 there and a bunch more flowers coming in. Again, this is another random mystery one. I planted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of each kind of different pepper plants. So there's like 2 different Hungarian. There's like a Hungarian sweet and a Hungarian wax. The Hungarian wax is supposed to be really spicy. Then there's a jalapeno, green bell, and a pimento pepper, I think. I don't remember. So these mystery peppers that I've grown could be any number of those 5 peppers. I have no idea what they are. So again, basil. I planted a lot of basil in between the tomatoes because it's supposed to be a beneficial thing. The basil is supposed to just make the tomatoes taste better. Apparently it does something to the ground. I think I've told you guys this one before. My green bells. Oh, there's a couple little guys on there. I don't know why he's stunted, but again, probably the fucking heat. My lemon boys. So these ones are gonna look like big yellow beefsteaks. It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait. I'll do a taste test once everything ripens. Okay, so these ones, these peppers here, I believe are my Cajun bells, my Cajun red bell. And those are supposed to be spicy, so we shall see. And these are my beefsteaks, the ones that didn't, you know, stunt their growth. They're not huge, but they didn't like only grow a foot and stop for some fucking reason. Sorry about the lighting, guys. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a professional photographer. I don't know how to fucking do this shit. Anyways, my orange marmalade. These ones are supposed to be spicy too. They're like orange jalapenos, and it's gonna be fucking awesome. All right, and then here. I don't know if any of you actually noticed it, but right here, this is where I had my potato, 2 rows of potatoes. Okay, so 2 rows with at least 15 rows or 15 potatoes per row. So that's like 60 fucking potato plants. I underestimated because I said 40 on my Facebook page, but no, I had like 60 potato plants, and I got maybe 15 pounds of tomato or potatoes out of it, and I was pretty discouraged. But you know what, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to fix that. I'm going to I've got some Yukon Golds that I bought from the store that started chitting, and I bought some seed potatoes because they were like $2, so fuck, why not? It's cheaper than buying a bag of edible potatoes that, you know, you can, well, I mean, you could even eat those ones, but so girlfriend's strawberry bush is doing okay. It's got some strawberries. We've kind of neglected it, so I don't know. That was supposed to be her project, and I'm kind of just watering them for her. We're almost done here, guys. So the Titan sunflowers, they're getting big. I have to stake a couple more of them up, but they're getting big. These again are supposed to be 12 feet tall. I don't see it. I mean, I might have started them a little late, I guess. I don't know. I don't have so much room to start seeds indoors. I fucking start them in my laundry room, for fuck's sakes. But yeah, check out the neighbor's garden. She's got some peppers down there and some tomatoes over here. That looks like some broccoli that flowered. She's got all sorts of greenery. These are raspberry bushes. Those are actually looking good. They came in, she planted those last year, I don't know, maybe. I don't remember. Looks like some corn over there. She's got some corn. All sorts of leafy greens and cabbage. She's got a squash plant in the back, squash plant right there. So I mean, there's all sorts of ways to do gardens. Next year, I think I'm going to dig all that fucking shit up, like dig it down. I'm gonna put some fucking wire mesh all underneath it and all around, so that the four-legged assholes that are invading my fucking space can't get in. And then I'm gonna sift it all out, take all the rocks, all the leaves, all the fucking roots and shit out. I'm gonna add all my compost, because we got some wicked fucking compost going on. Like, it smells so good. You would think that rotten food and, you know, cardboard and stuff would stink, but it doesn't. It actually smells like good earth. Once if you're doing it properly, you need to like water it down every other day. You need to turn it. I take the rototiller right to the fucking thing and like dig down all the way and, you know, get all that shit up. And you know what, it's working, because I haven't found any food scraps in there. You can add cardboard, like, as long as it's not like, you know, shiny cardboard. If it's just regular corrugated cardboard, you can add that in there. Basic paper, as long as it's not too inked up as your brown, because you're supposed to do a ratio of green to brown, 2 to 1. Sorry, brown to green, 2 brown to 1 green. So like, say you've got like all your food compost, that would count as your green. You need some dead stuff. You need, you know, like cardboard and other shit like that to balance it out as carbon. I'm not a scientist, I don't fucking know, but either way, that's what, and it seems to be working. So I mean, I'm not telling you what to do, but fucking do it. Anyways, so yeah, I'm not giving up. I'm gonna redo my peas, I'm gonna redo my potatoes, I'm gonna redo my onions, because I mean, my onions are still doing fine. They're okay. My girls, my poor girls. Look at that, she's so sad. And I don't know what happened. I mean, I went camping for 2 days. My roommate watered her. So, not my roommate, my upstairs neighbor. You know, I don't know. I'm gonna try and nurse them back to health. If any of you have any tips or advice as to what I may be doing wrong, like, I don't know. They still smell good. And they look healthy. Like, there's nothing underneath the leaves. I don't see any aphids. I've looked them over. You know, there's no spider mites. I've got enough predatory insects that eat these things that I haven't seen fucking really a whole lot of anything eating my vegetables or my weed or anything like that. So, oh, and I keep forgetting, if you guys watch my videos and like you happen to watch this one first and then go back to rewatch them, hit the like button at the bottom of the page, because apparently people like to watch what other people are watching, and I keep forgetting to say it, but yeah, hit that like button at the bottom of the video there, and some comments. If you guys like my videos, cool. If not, tell me to fuck off, and you know what, I'll tell you to fuck off back. So, song of the day. I was listening to, okay, any metalhead worth his fucking salt knows who Death Clock is from the Metalocalypse cartoon. Fucking funny shit. Awaken, Metalocalypse. Rock on. See you next time.